2019, man, it's been a pretty wild ride for me, both on camera and off camera, but it's also been a pretty big year. Now, this has pretty much been the first full year that I've shot YouTube videos. I started shooting videos 18 months ago or so. I was doing a head gasket on my truck and I did that video and I never did finish it because the footage was bad. Everything was just bad. And I did a few other videos of power steering pump and a few other automotive related videos. But even then, I didn't have anywhere to do this channel. So I was actually living in an apartment and I didn't have a garage. I had all my tools in storage. They was in storage for quite a while. And I had the tools at work, but my home tools, all my equipment, my box, everything was just sitting in storage for a long time. I got this place. I've lived in this place now for over a year, and I started making videos pretty much as soon as I moved in here. I shot a video where I was sitting down talking about, I think I had like 6 subscribers then. And I was sitting there pretty much talking to myself about the projects coming up and the future of this channel. Well, as you see, I've grown quite a bit since then. I've also made some really good friends, even family since then. So I'm really thankful for everybody, both the good, the bad, and even the ugly, you know? And I try to stay in contact with everybody. I try to answer comments. I try to do my live streams, which I just started about a month or so ago, where I'll sit down and we'll just hang out and drink a beer or whatever, and we'll just talk, answer some questions. It gives me a chance to interact with everyone in real time instead of trying to answer comments and trying to get back and answer comments. Now, I like answering comments, but there are some comments that, you know, give me pause about answering comments, because some people, you know, they do get under my skin at times, even though I probably shouldn't let them get under my skin at times. And I've learned to skip through those comments or not even answer. But it also makes other people suffer as well, because I think there's times when people comment on my videos and they may not have meant it the way that I took it. Because I mean, you can't get tone through text. You can't understand what somebody's really saying without the tone of their voice. So I sometimes clap back at them and say some things that I probably shouldn't say. And it's not even their fault. So I'm working on that. But I'm going to continue to answer comments. I'm going to continue to interact with everybody because, like I said, I've met some really good people. And I've also made, you know, a few enemies along the way. And I'm not even sure why, you know, I honestly am not even sure why people take stuff so serious, or people just feel the need to dog other people. I'm just not that kind of guy. But every man's going to do what he feels right at the end of the day. So 2019, I started making the tool review videos at the end of 2018, and they seemed to get some response. I started growing. I started getting views on my videos, unlike my previous videos where I didn't hardly get any views on them. And I think most of the people that were subscribed to me at the beginning was just people I know. So I started getting some response, so I kept doing them. And now I'm enjoying doing them. Now, as far as doing automotive videos or stuff like that, I don't have the space. This garage is small. It's less than 300 square foot. I have a lot of tools. I have tables. I have presses, engine hoists, engine stands. I have a lot of stuff, and I've put a lot of stuff in my basement to try to clear some stuff out here, which is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be finishing up, cleaning this garage out. I'm going to finish up painting this garage, and I'm going to get it set up for 2020, because this year I am going to continue to make tool reviews. As far as automotive how-to videos and whatnot, like I said, I don't have time. I don't have the money to do that. And the space is a real big limiting factor. So I don't have the capacity to do that at this time. I would like to do it. I would enjoy doing it. I enjoy working on cars. And that is going to be one of my goals of 2020. I'm going to hopefully move, not so much move from this house. I don't mind living here at this house, but I'm going to try to hopefully get a bigger garage at some point. Now, when, I don't know, but as soon as I have the money and I feel comfortable enough, I'm going to try to get a bigger garage. I want to get a garage where I have more space. I want to get a garage where I can put a lift in. I want to get a garage where I can actually work on stuff, where I can actually do projects. I can do some small projects here, and I'm going to try to do some small projects here. And I still do work on cars occasionally, but I can't, it's hard for me to do videos like that because I either have to do it out in my driveway, I go to somebody else's garage. I don't have sound. My sound is a mic right above my head. I don't have the sound to be able to go do videos in other places unless I use the camera sound, which I could use the camera sound, but I would prefer to use a lav mic or something like that. Now, I've invested a lot of money in this channel. I've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars into this channel. To get the lav mic that I would want and need, that's another $350. So that's more money. I don't even have the whole setup that I want to shoot videos. That would be another probably, I don't know, $5,000 to get a middle of the road set that I feel like would be good. Now, this camera is good enough. I mean, this camera shoots great, but it does have some limits. For one, I can't even see what I'm recording. I don't even know if the camera's recording, and it's cost me a lot of time over the year. I've had to reshoot videos countless times because I don't even know it's done stopped recording. There's no red light, there's no anything. I can't flip the screen out, so I would need to buy an external monitor to put on there so I could watch what I'm doing. More money. So it costs money to do this. And then I have to buy tools 99% of the time. Now, I have lucked out this year. Harbor Freight actually, worked with me. They didn't really work with me. They just gave me some stuff to try out. And luckily it was some new stuff. It was some big stuff. And a lot of people were excited about it. A lot of people are angry about it as well. And that's what caused the whole drama in the tool community months ago that I was smack dab in the middle of. But, all press is good press, as they say. So even though those guys were, talking bad about me, and guys still talk bad about me, I did the Icon reversible ratcheting wrenches. Somebody commented on there, but then they deleted it. They commented on there that I was milking the Icon stuff out. It's a completely different tool. If somebody does a snap-on ratchet review and then does a snap-on wrench review and then does a snap-on socket review, then does a snap-on ratcheting wrench review, they're not milking the snap-on out. They're talking about different tools. So these guys are just angry about this for some reason. And the reason they're angry, in my opinion, is because they're threatened. They feel like that they are the only ones who know what quality pro tools are, and they're angry that Snap-on. They're angry that Harbor Freight would try to say that their tools are on par with the tools that they've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on. And, I can understand that. You need to justify the money you spent, and people justify the money they spent in different ways. But this is my whole thing, is that what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for everyone. What works for me is not going to work for all of you. That's why I always say that you should never just listen to me. You should never just listen to this guy or anybody. You should just make your own decision. You should look at what everybody has to say, try to put your hands on it, try to try it out, try to do everything you possibly can do before you make a decision, because we're spending our hard-earned money on tools to try to do more work with, to try to recreationally use, whatever the case may be. And you want to buy a good quality tool at a decent price, a tool that's going to last for you, a tool that's not junk. So that's my whole thing with this channel, is tool reviews but of middle of the road tools. And there's high quality tools that I feel like that you shouldn't skimp out on, obviously, but there are also some basic hand tools where I feel like you can skimp out on and you should skimp out on. You shouldn't, blow all your money on a $500 set of wrenches when you really don't have to. But this year, this is the plan this year. Like I said, I'm going to try to get the garage. I'm going to continue with the tool reviews. I'm going to continue to do the tool reviews pretty much the same way that I have been doing tool reviews. I've experimented a lot. I've experimented with B-roll. I've experimented with overlays while I'm talking and whatnot. And to do that stuff takes up a lot more time. Now, I could just turn the camera on and just show you me talking the whole 10 minutes or whatever, and it would take less time for me to edit that. Now, when I start throwing stuff on top, B-roll, trying to do everything else, make the sound good, the quality as good as possible, camera angles, everything, it eats up a lot more of my time. So I'm going to continue to keep doing that, though. I enjoy doing it. I want to make these videos as high a quality as possible for you and for me. I want to make the sound as good as possible. I want to make everything. I just want to make, when you come here to watch a video, I want to try to make it a good experience for you. Now, one thing I am going to try to do, though, is I'm going to try to at least bullet point out my videos, because as of right now, just like with this video, I just turn the camera on and I go. I just start talking and I tend to ramble at times. I tend to get off a subject, or I tend to repeat myself at times, because I'll say something about something and then I'll want to add something. So I'll say it again and then add what I want to say. Instead of just saying the whole thing the first time, just getting it done with, I'll just try to add on to it or say it again. And it's not intentional. Like I said, I'm just talking. So I'm just going to repeat myself sometimes, you know what I mean? But I'm going to try to work on it. I'm going to try to work on everything. That's why I ask you guys, I always ask for feedback. I want constructive criticism. I don't want, idiots, saying ignorant stuff in the comments. But I mean, if they're going to, they're going to. I don't block anybody. I'm not going to block anybody. I don't care. You can say what you're going to say. It shows more about your character than it does about mine, believe me. And I'm going to try to be more organized this year. I'm going to try to be more steady this year with videos. I'm going to continue to try to upload 2 to 3 videos a week for this whole year. One video at least will be a tool review. One video is going to be the inside video, where it's going to be kind of like a podcast. We're just going to talk about new tools, tool deals, tool companies, types of tools, everything. Going to be like a podcast. We're going to do that inside once a week. I'm going to continue to do my live streams once a week. Now, the content of those videos, however, are up to change. They can be changed. It's going to depend on what you guys want, what you want to see, what you want me to talk about. If you're not happy with the live streams being where we're just hanging out, drinking a beer, whatever, talking to each other, then we can change it. I can do something else. I have no problem doing something else. I went and spent another $300 to make the live streams better, to make the live streams higher quality. I bought a mic, I bought a link to be able to hook my camera up to do the live streams to make the quality better. So with me doing that, I'm now able to do more as well, as far as what kind of content I can do in those live streams. And as far as the podcast type deal goes, the subject of that podcast, it can be anything. So I definitely want your feedback. I definitely want your recommendations. I definitely want to know what you want to see. Now, as far as the tool reviews go, I like to do my tool reviews. I like to look at the tool in depth. I like to use the tool on occasion, but showing me, like I've said, just showing me going out there, loosening some bolts on my truck or replacing a part on my truck one time, it's not going to show you that much. It's going to show you, okay, those wrenches can loosen some bolts. So I try to For instance, when I put the bolts on the vise and I try to make them slip, I put the hardened Allen key in there. I try to make the wrenches slip over top of it so we can get a look at how the jaws stretch and how good the grip is on those bolts. Now, as far as breaking tools intentionally, those are high view videos. These guys that break these tools, they're getting hundreds of thousands of views on breaking tools. And, you know, apparently people want to see that. So this is my compromise because I don't want to just break tools. I'm not in this just to throw a pipe on and say, oh, this ratchet's better because it took 5 more foot-pounds to break than this ratchet, because there's a lot of factors involved other than where that ratchet broke at. If you have an 8-inch 3/8 ratchet, you got a 2-foot pipe on it. One breaks at 250, one breaks at 259, one bends at 175, one breaks at 200. Yeah, the one that took the most to break, okay, it took the most to break. But like I said, there's a lot of other factors involved in how good a ratchet is, a wrench is, or whatever. But people like watching those videos. Now, a lot of people that are regular viewers on my channel, people that we talk in live streams about this, they're not interested in that as well. So there are people that are not interested in just watching tools break. However, what I am going to do is I'll do stuff like that, but I'm going to do it for a reason. I want to, you know, talk about why something failed, where it failed, and talk about stress points and other factors into that. I'm not just gonna say, oh, 259, it broke, it's better. You know, we're gonna look at stuff in depth. So that's something that'll be coming. As far as the welding videos go, I started trying to do a welding series. I spent a lot of time on that first videos I did. It was actually one video. I had to split it up. I spent a whole lot of time on that video to hardly get any views. And I'm not just doing this for views, you know, but I do want to do videos that people want to watch. I don't want to just do videos that, you know, 200 people want to watch, that I spend 9 hours doing, that 200 people out of the 14,000 plus people that watch my channel want to see. So the reason I haven't done the welding videos, to continue to do the welding videos, one is I was actually going to buy a plasma cutter, because for instance, when I'm trying to do the groove welds on the 1/2-inch plate, 3/8 plate, whatever, I have to cut that with a grinder. I have to grind it down. I have to flat disc it down. And with a plasma cutter, I can do that a lot faster. Now, I still will have to flat disc it down and whatnot, but I can also save money on cutoff wheels and whatnot. So I was going to buy a plasma cutter, but this month, which I actually planned on buying it this month, with Christmas and everything else and my truck breaking down, I'm not gonna be able to get it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it next month either, but I'm gonna try to still put some of those videos out in the meantime, but I am gonna be wanting to buy a plasma cutter. So once I buy the plasma cutter, those videos will become more frequent, as well as projects with those videos, because the way I wanna do those videos is gonna learn welding, but we're also gonna practice welding. We're gonna practice different projects. There's a few things I wanna make for in here and a few things we can make for just fun. So those videos will continue eventually. Now, tools, some of these tool companies, they reach out to me. They want me to do videos on their tools or other things as well. People will reach out and they'll want me to do videos on it. And I always tell them, man, that there's no guarantees, and a lot of them aren't happy with that. You know what I mean? They don't want to send stuff out, or they won't send me stuff out unless I will say that I'll do a video and I'll say something good about it. I'm not going to. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees for one, that I'm even going to do a video on it. There's no guarantees for two, that I'm going to say your tool is good. Now, that's one thing about me and about this channel, is that I'm never gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna say something unless I really mean it. And if you start getting bought, if you start just saying things are good, if you don't believe they're good, then to me, that is pretty much stealing from people, because I'm not gonna steal your hard-earned money and tell you to go buy something unless I think it's good. And I try not to tell anybody to buy anything. People ask me all the time, hey, should I buy this? I said, man, it depends, and just because I like something, it doesn't mean you're gonna like it. It's gonna depend on what you're gonna use it for. For instance, with the Fortress air compressor, guy was asking me about it. And like I told him, man, it just depends. It depends on what you want to use it for. I can't say one way or the other. That's a lot of money, $350, $400 to tell somebody to go spend on something. It's hard for me to do that. So all I can do is just try to give you my honest opinion on these. Now, I have Harbor Freight sent me out the Icon tools. They sent me out this great Icon box, and I'm really happy about that. I've always owned cheaper boxes, Craftsman boxes, US General boxes. I've never really purchased a good box. Now, I actually was planning on purchasing a Matco box, and I was going to spend $10,000 on that one before they sent me this. So I'm not going to do that now. Obviously, I'm going to keep this. This is a pretty good box. I've also gotten tools from Osa Tools. They sent me out the ratcheting wrenches. They sent me out the split beam torque wrench. Pretty decent tools. Capri Tools sent me out some ratchets. Tack Life has sent me out a couple things. And there's been a couple other companies that sent me out some other stuff, garage related, but not so much tool related. Now, I have been in contact with Milwaukee, and I'm hoping to work with Milwaukee. But just like with them, even a tool company that big, I'm not going to just say that their tools are good. But I think everybody that you've watched the channel, my feelings on Milwaukee tools. I like Milwaukee tools. I think Milwaukee cordless tools are the best right now. And I don't say that because I'm paid to say it. I've purchased all the Milwaukee tools I own myself. So I believe in those tools prior to trying to work with them. So hopefully I can work with them. Now, I have some more Icon Toolbox videos coming up. I'm actually going to go up to Rust Belt Mechanic. He's up north of me, and I'm going to take it up there, and we're going to take a look at it together, do a video together. He seems like a really great guy. I definitely am happy about being able to do that, and I'm happy he does want to do it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that'll be this year, early this year, hopefully, maybe into the spring when the weather breaks. I don't know yet, but it'll be soon. I'm going to finish up the Icon boxes videos. A few people's been asking about them, but I've tried to give the Icon stuff a break because there are some, not many, but there are some people who are crying about the Icon tools for some reason. Now, if I make a video, I put in the title, Acme tool. I put the picture of the Acme tool. In the description, reviewing Acme tool. And then people click on it and then complain because it's about Acme tools. You knew it was about Acme tools when you clicked on it. You just clicked on it to complain specifically. So I don't understand that, but like I said, I'm meeting a lot of different people doing this channel, good, bad, and ugly. So I'm gonna continue to do what people want. And just because a few people are mad about it, that's neither here nor there. They're gonna either have to man up or click the unsubscribe button. It don't matter to me. I'm gonna do what people want, and I'm gonna do what I want. This is my channel. This is how I'm doing my channel. If you don't like it, the door works both ways, as they say. So I'm gonna get this place together, and I'm gonna put this video out. I'm gonna have some more videos coming up, and we're going to do some more projects. Like I said, we're gonna do more tool reviews, and I'm also gonna try to be more involved on Instagram, Facebook, and even Twitter, even though I don't understand Twitter, but I'm gonna try to be more involved on those platforms as well. So if you don't follow me, I'll have a link in the description to all those. So I hope you go down and follow me, because I'm gonna try to do videos on Instagram, live streams on Instagram and Facebook. I'll post some videos, and I'll post some memes and everything else. So that'll largely remain the same. I'm gonna also try to make a website, and I'm gonna try to put tool deals and stuff like that on the website. So there's a lot of things coming up, and I'm gonna continue to try to be as good as I can be for you. And I'm always open to get better. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to have a better presence in front of the camera. I'm trying to make the overall quality of these videos better. So I hope you'll stick around for this year, and we got some big things coming up, so it's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun. We're going to review some tools, and we're going to just see where this goes. So I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks for watching.